Let us bring in
Set
the
up a
only guy
date.
who was on our trade bait list who has been traded, Brayden Schenn, who goes from St. Louis to the New York Islanders. Brayden, thanks for spending a little bit of time with us today on I know what is a crazy day. First of all, you didn't have to approve this deal. We saw what happened with Colton a couple of days ago. Why did you decide to waive and go to the Islanders?
Yeah, obviously, when you look at their team, they're built with a solid goalie and a lot of good pieces with Matthew Schaefer and Barzal and Horvat, and the list goes on, and it's a great place to play, and a lot of guys enjoy playing there and living there. And at the end of the day, St. Louis, they want to go a different direction. Obviously, we're sitting in 31st, 30th place in the league, and they want to go younger and, kind of rebuild it a different way. And at the end of the day, you're one of the guys that, get called to ask to waive or get to move. And that's kind of how it all shook out.
If you are going to get traded at the deadline, it's rather convenient that the team you get traded to is apparently staying in the same hotel as you. Is that correct?
Yeah, put it this way. It's been kind of a crazy morning. I heard of it. They kind of gave me an hour and a half notice, and then I kind of talked to family and friends, and then got asked to meet Patrick Waugh and Matthew Darsh, and so I met them on a different floor and kind of went back and forth and got asked to waive, and then playing in San Jose here with the Island tomorrow night. And I want to say 2 days later it's in St. Louis, so it's kind of happening pretty fast with how it's all working.
Wow, that's crazy. Did you even have to change rooms?
Nope, still in the same room. So different meal room now. That's about it.
There's a lot to this, though. You're the captain in St. Louis. You played there for 9 years. I know you have an 8-week-old as well. What are your emotions in leaving St. Louis?
I don't think they've hit you. I think leading up to the deadline, with all the rumors and where we're at, I think you think about it quite a bit. You're going to a great place with a great organization, good team. I think what people don't realize is the human element of it. My brother went through it last night. It was as you get older, guys have families. You have to pick up and sell homes and move families and put kids in different schools. And there's all that part of it that comes with pro sports. But we know what we sign up for. And at the end of the day, it's emotional. St. Louis was a great spot for me. We said it was probably the best thing that happened in hockey. Me up until this date, playing with just a bunch of good, solid people, great community, great city, and won a Stanley Cup there. So it's been a special place for me and my family, and it's just a great locker room with good, solid people. And, obviously going to miss St. Louis, but excited for the next chapter.
And you mentioned, Luke, have you guys chatted? Two brothers being traded within a 24-hour period is pretty crazy.
There's been lots of talks. I think we're probably 25 to 30 phone calls deep already with what's going on. What happened last night with Buffalo, and now with me, waving to the Islanders. That's pretty much par for the course for me and Luke. We talk pretty much every day. So this one just happened to be a lot more phone calls in a short amount of time.
Let's talk about the exciting part. What's it like, the prospect of playing with a dynamic kid like Matthew Schaefer?
I think that's what excites you. You just kind of see how dynamic he is and how much he's able to change an organization just the way his skill set is. And like I said, there's tons of good pieces there. Haven't played the Islanders a ton in the past 10 years, just being 2 times a night or 2 times a year, but it's always hard games. They always defend hard. They always, give you a hard game. And then you add in, the skill and talent of Horvat and Barzal and Matthew Schaefer. It's, pretty incredible. And obviously you got a world-class goalie. So looking forward to, a new chapter and new surroundings. It's been a while since it's been traded. It's a funny feeling, but honestly looking forward to it.
Crazy how time flies. I remember covering you with the World Junior team when I think it's scoring about 8 points in a game in your first World Juniors, and now a Stanley Cup champion, and now on the way to an up-and-coming team in the Islanders. We really appreciate you taking a few minutes, and best of luck to you.
Thanks, guys. No problem.